Was it hard to learn Italian lines and particularly the bad words? And I have a question for Mr. Clive Owen. How do you feel to shoot in such cold blood, playing that music in Ginocchio da Te by Gianni Morandi? Because it's a very old classic Italian love song, and it's a particular choice with Mr. Canet, don't you think? Thank you.
Vous me faites un plaisir.
Oh, you can't imagine just how much you thrill me, you fill me with pleasure. When I began working on the character, usually when I work, I try to empty, as it were, myself. I empty myself. I create a kind of vacuum, and I see what can come into this vacuum to create a character. And one of the first things that came for Monica was Italy. And without even thinking, I said to Guillaume, "Don't you think it would be interesting if she was Italian?" And so we decided that she should be Italian. And so I said to myself, it wouldn't be bad if she actually spoke Italian. And so that's what we launched into. And then a few days later, I realized that I'd already tried to speak Italian in another film and to take on an Italian accent. It hadn't been planned on for the film, but I thought it would produce something. But it was a real catastrophe, a real disaster, because I was unable to speak Italian, incapable. And so on this film, this other film, I gave up the idea. And I asked the director for the character to be French, because I had another film on which I had to work with a different accent, and I was completely drained. And so I had to do it here, because it was really useful to have an Italian person for this character. And it took me as long, or perhaps even longer, to learn 4 sentences in Italian than 20 pages in Polish. So I don't know why Italian. I just can't manage Italian. But it was a really stressful experience. And so your compliment really bowls me over.
In the gantry when you shoot.
Oh, in the gantry, yeah. We didn't act to the music, so I've only seen a rough cut with that track on afterwards. But I do love the music in this film, and I think it's one of Guillaume's real strengths in all of the films that I've seen of his. He uses music brilliantly, and I think he's made some great choices for this film.
Question derrière.